little road trip today. Let's get started. Well, on today's episode of What the Heck Are We Doing? We are going to see a guy about doing some tuning on the TCM of this transmission. Now, I've got a 2500 series Allison in this truck. It's a 5-speed. And, well, as you can hear, it's pretty loud. So, he's not going to do anything with that this time, but what he's going to work on is putting the right file in it for this transmission, and also try to adjust the shift points and the trans pressures. So, we got to go to Georgia. Here we go. You know, the thing about filming this stuff is that people look at you weird for filming. It's like, who in their right mind would sit here and watch this stuff? Well, some of you do. You just hear that engine purr. I mean, EGTs, the boost, trans temp, speed, lack of RPM, you know, the crucials. This thing drives so good. Still got a little vibration, but I think that's just because we're unloaded. Because there ain't nothing that's rotating out of balance, I can tell you that. Here we go. A little bit of the scenery down outside of Ocoee, Tennessee, on the Ocoee River. Another great view of that Lakara steering wheel. Guess that's a boat launch. Maybe. Look too small to be a boat launch. Starting to become leaf looker weather. Alright, enough of this making you guys sick. We'll keep driving. Sometimes you just don't know where you're going to end up.
When you guys were on your docks and you were doing everything, what was your converter slip and everything? Did that look?
It didn't.
Okay. Well, when we get everything going and stuff, and you do have your, I'll be able to log it a little, but then we can we'll go for a ride and stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what your converter slip might have been and all that. So, because they have tables where you can inhibit. So if your converter starts slipping more than 500 RPMs, it will actually like kick you into a limp mode basically too. And I'm wondering if your converter was slipping a little too much. So let me see here. So this is the enable. Those are all the temperatures. So above 1050 RPMs, it'll let your converter lock. Okay, 900, anything below 900, it's going to kick it off and you'll just be coasting. It'll unlock the converter. I might be able to bump this up to 600, like on a normal Silverado or whatever, and that'll give you a little more wiggle room. 100 RPMs, not much, but something. We're going to look at all that too.
I do know that once we were in the overdrive on the interstate.
Did it feel shuddery going up the hill or anything? Okay, good.
No,
that's a good thing.
The crazy thing was I was looking at my trans temp. Trans temp went from 140 to 152.
That's okay though. Okay.
And with the converter on.
With locked, it has to be locked.
Yeah.
If it unlocks, you're gonna watch that temp go 240 after enough driving. So converter locked is so important, and that's like the Kodiak guy last night. So his truck, like I told you, is always in tow haul mode. But he wanted to be more like it's in normal mode. So what I told him for this next week, watch your trans temp. If it starts getting too high, we need to start changing a couple more things.
We do have an aftermarket trans cooler going to go on.
Oh, because there's pattern in tow haul, so we'd be using pattern G here, and then the only difference. Here's my little book. If I'm not mistaken, I put it in this one. Okay, here, I'm going to show you why I like HP tuners in a few minutes. Because the way they lay out their shift tables, you'll see what I mean. I'll show you a comparison, HP versus the FI Live.
Now you can tell me what
Okay, so this truck was originally an 08 Expedition King Ranch. It is a King Ranch. Bought it in 2013. I've owned it since 2013, okay. It has seen a Roush supercharger, which was on it for the longest time, and it was great. It was perfect. I loved it. But my race car I'm building needed that intake manifold, so I had a Saline 2.3, which is bigger, a Whipple basically.
Okay.
And I put it in here, it just fit. So this is not normal. This is from a Mustang, this lid, and I had to do it like 4 times, and I finally got it to slid in, and I'm kind of mad because I probably didn't need to mess with my fire shield. I just had it, I'm small, and I was in there, and I cut it, and then I'm like, after I got in, I'm like, shit, I didn't have to cut anything.
Right.
So I put the Mustang lid on. It has a Mustang throttle body, a Mustang JLT that just fits with the electric fans. If it didn't have a 2010 fan conversion, it would be no way, because the intake's like an inch away. Full return fuel system, ID 1000 fuel injectors, GT 500 pump that's custom with a stock Expedition return hat. You know, everything's Aeromotive as far as the fuel system. Had a Mishimoto radiator, which I don't recommend. It's my second one, all aluminum. They're fancy, and they
expensive.
Yeah, and then they leak. And then they're like, oh, you don't even have to send us the other one. They're $200, so we'll just send you a new one. Or it costs them $200 to make it. But, you know, intercooled, you know, that's the little system for the liquid. Here, I'll start it up. It might sound like shit. I haven't ran this thing in like 2 weeks. Let's see. The steering rack is an electric rack programmed for a Mustang, but it came out like a brand new Navigator. So you have Sport, Normal, and you have Sport, Normal, and Comfort, and you actually feel it change.
Really?
Not much, just like that, just like the Shelby. That's basically the same architecture that's in this. But I'm using, the cool thing is it's a Tyvek, so like if we were to go on, here's the inside. I did some leather work in there. It's all King Ranch leather. I had some seats and stuff. I wrapped the bag. I wrapped the bottom. I wrapped this. I wrapped the airbag, or not, yeah, the other airbag, and the glove box is leather as well, wrapped. And then this is all from like a 2015 and up Platinum Expedition, because they didn't have leather ones. And then I dyed them to try to match as close as I could to the King Ranch. But I mean, she's old. She's got some rust. I need to get this stuff fixed on it. I mean, this is just a deal. It's a mess. A mess, this truck. But I mean, Okay, before the Roush, it was an M112 with 12 pounds of boost. I raced the Trackhawk at a 20 roll. He just beat me, but I'm on 22s and my front bumper was right at his rear, which I thought he was gonna smoke the shit out of me. I wasn't even on E85. And I guarantee that guy after that race was like, okay, is my car broken?
Right.
Come on, I would.
Right.
But I was surprised, and now we're on 16 pounds of boost, so I need to find me a
Need a bigger tire.
I know, and these, I need new tires, because one thing I need to do on this truck, since I did the suspension, or not the suspension, the rack, and I've had the rear axles actually switched too, I forgot. So 2007 and up, they're all open differential trucks. I took an 04 differential because it's 373 limited slip and swapped it. The alignment, it does drive straight, but the camber's off, and I'm wearing the insides like crazy. So these have only lasted a year.
Yeah, well, you know.
And mountains don't help.
No,
mountains don't help, but they should last a little longer. But yeah, this is my little sanctuary. Nothing crazy, very simple.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bud.
And I love doing this. I mean, I got the Shelby, but I don't drive. You should see, because it's usually in the garage and it's covered with its covers, and then I have a bunch of things, and my cats sleep on it.
Oh, yeah.
I call it a cat bed. Guys come, it'll be like all in blankets because they're always on it. I'm like, it's my cat bed. That's what that car is. Right. I don't drive it. It's only out because that's in right now.
Right.
The LS Jeep, yeah.
We're gonna go take a look at this too, because I got to see this earlier. So
I'll start this one up too. I think I got the key in here. So this one I was working on for the love of Jeep. So let's see here. Let me move this out of your way. Dog beds, cat beds. All kinds of beds.
it's a part of about working at home.
Tomorrow night at midnight.
LS swap 6-liter Jeep
With a 6L90.
with a 6L90.
That's one thing I haven't gotten right yet. I don't like that. It should first start, it needs to crank, so I gotta play with the fueling a little. Wires were melted. I had to go under there and fix the Overland Performance standalone kit because the guys who installed his product did it wrong.
Right.
His product's perfect. I love his product. It's really nice. And what that does is it communicates the Dodge and GM stuff together. So if you go look inside of this. The RPM gauge is all working, but the speedometer's not working until I replace the ABS module. So that's why the ABS lights are on right now. So it's got a bad ABS module, and that might be too why it's, I don't know, dying out. I'll look into that. I just started this thing. Running, it wouldn't even run. They couldn't get it started without using a power probe to jumper the starter. I know, 12 guys looked at it and nobody could get it right.
Well,
And then me, I'm nobody. They bring it to me, and within a few days, I'm like, okay, we got it.
because you can sit down and you can look at it and you can start going through
And
things.
that's the thing, the Overland Performance guy said at that shop, they were giving the crappiest guys the truck. They were switched out 10 different guys, and that's no good.
And because nobody can sit down with it and be left alone.
You're so right.
And that's the
That's
problem.
so important, and that's what I do. I sit at my little table over there, and I get on the computer, and I start going through stuff.
Yep.
And diagnostics. If you're watching the live data and you see one bank's wildly out and this and that, then you got to start going under and investigating. And like I said, so bank 2 they had ran to bank 1, and it was cross. So front O2 was rear, or no, sorry. They had them cross. So bank 2 was in bank 1 spot, but then they crossed it. So it's trying to correct for fuel on the wrong bank, and I was just surprised. I was like, really? And then there's a couple other little things I'm gonna fix, like somebody for whatever reason out the stock GM02 sensor connector from, and they put a freaking Toyota O2 and they soldered it. It's like, why wouldn't you just order the right connector? It's
Right.
$20.
Yeah, it's not even that.
That's what I don't get.
That's awesome.
I mean, she's idling now, great. It's just I don't like that startup needs to start up and she needs to fire. So what I'll probably do is play with the timing a little there and a little of the fueling. I almost think the cold fuel tables might be a little too lean and that's why she's dying out. Or they might, I gotta look. It's possible they might be too rich even too, and it's too rich and that's why it's dying. But now no misfires. So before on the live data too, you're getting 150 misfires in a matter of 5 minutes, and now it's 0. With everything ran, you know, the right way.
The way it should be. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's a beautiful setup.
It's tucked right down in there, though.
I could barely, I know, and I got to do a cam. They want me to do a cam, so what do I pull the motor?
bolt this.
That's what I'm going to try first. Pull the heads. I'll pull out the battery box and all that, and then I'll see if I can't, then I'll pull the motor. I have the new trans jack for me because I don't have a lift right now. So my mom, I was like, we needed it, but then we didn't need it. But she's like, just keep it. This is a little easier because it's higher on.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it was a low car like the Shelby, I'd be screwed. You need a lift.
You actually got quite a bit of room in here.
Right? That's a.
You
I mean,
can
it's
put
not
a low
bad,
lift.
right?
You
And my
can-
mom, for whatever reason, this was supposed to be a dog room. This
Right.
wasn't here.
Right?
They wasted that much space in the garage.
It looks like a tool room to me
And
now.
now it's a hay room for horses. She brings it in here. I'm like, and then I'm every day sweeping the hay out.
I know.
You know, because you have horses.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a little of what I'm doing here.
Well,
And maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, I can be somebody somewhat important. That's my hope.
well,
I just take pride, just like you.
the
in what you
thing
do.
that you just got to remember, man, is to always be upfront and honest.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
morally correct, and that's what we've tried to do. You know, you're gonna have people that hate on
There
you.
are
There's gonna be
people.
people that
Trust me,
bitch
there
about
always
shit.
are.
There's just
You got people, you're building your own files. Like you watched me today. It took me time. They'll say, oh, you take this or that. And it's like, how do you figure? I stay up on this computer all night
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
trying to make something better.
Well, I'd like to work with you again. I mean, obviously, what we've done to that truck is
And it can
fit,
always be
you know?
better. Like better, but I'm happy it's where it is right now.
Well,
and it's a beautiful truck.
it's completely different than when I drove it down here. So
That's the point.
I'm anxious to see what the drive is going to be home, and you know,
And you have the auto cal, so we can
auto.
update manually
Yeah.
or remotely. But
we can definitely try to get.
because
this
I'm
figured
so
out.
far, I'm in the middle of nowhere
well.
in North Georgia.
3.5 hours from the
I think
shop.
from Knoxville, right?
No, from my shop.
Is
it's
it
an
closer?
hour to get to West Knoxville from my place.
Oh, no wonder it was 3. Because Knoxville for me is like 2. Okay, I'm happy
Yeah.
you came out though.
Well,
This
and,
is,
and that's and,
and it's always a risk. You don't know. Okay, you've never met me
No,
before.
and-
Like, and I try to be as honest as possible. At first, I'm like, okay, it's a 650. Can I even pull the file? But we found a way.
Yep.
If there's a will, there's a
will,
way.
there's a way.
Exactly.
We'll get her figured out, and definitely won't be the last time.
No,
I
no,
know
we're
that.
gonna do
So,
more
'cause
and
we're
more.
We're gonna. This
I'd rather
may
work with
this
guys
opens
like
up a
you
whole
anyway.
different door.
For this, because
Yeah.
you deal with these big trucks.
Well-
I only do mostly Kodiaks and stuff, and those are big to me. But this is similar, but with a Cummins and an Allison.
So my thing now is this: like that's a baby motor.
So let's start. I need to get
So
on the
now-
European supplies. Then I was just telling
Well-
some people I need to order the European stuff so I can do big trucks, like
so
big,
Cummins makes an L9.
and that's like a semi motor.
It's a semi, but it's
Okay.
a light. It's for a medium
16
duty.
cylinder.
Or
is it-
No, it's 6
16.
cylinder.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually 6 cylinder,
Very
and
cool.
and it'll fit. But then we do a 3 or 4.
Oh, you want to swap? Let's do a swap.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So
I'm
now-
always down to do different. That's me.
Now that we've got an idea on the Allison stuff,
And now we can do what we do.
now we can figure this
Move
shit
forward with
Yeah.
the next plan. And
Yeah, this won't be the last 650
No,
we're doing,
no.
so.
And this is what you do.
Yeah.
You
Well,
haul cars.
This is well, I don't haul cars. I do
Well,
haul
you
stuff.
custom. You do custom work, but you do everything. You're like kind of like me.
Yeah.
You're just a bigger version of what I am.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm small time.
Right. All right, buddy. Well, thank you so much.
Oh heck
I
yeah!
appreciate
Anytime.
it. And
Anytime. I love it.
We'll definitely be in touch.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
Heck
So,
yeah.
on the road now. Well, I guess I can finish this video now, huh? So I guess I can finish this video. So what did we achieve today? Well, we made a trip to northern Georgia to have my Allison transmission tuned. And so, in doing so, we have changed the shift points, we have changed the downshift points, raised the line pressure, put the actual tire size in, several other things that Tristan at Yak Performance did for us. I'll leave his contact info in the description, and also the tuners that did the tune on my truck. I mean, this isn't going to set the world on fire, guys, but this is pretty much what I wanted. The C3 or 3K tuner calibrations, 3K calibrations, said that they really haven't even turned this truck up yet. But until I get the transmission figured out, I don't want to tune it up anymore. May go to a bigger transmission. I don't know. We'll see how this trip goes, this upcoming trip. And make some changes then. So, but as you can hear, it shifted just fine. Obviously, we're not into it, but it does really, really good. I'm happy with it. And here we go, the vibrations. No, I'm kidding. You can see it right there. It's only at 60 mile an hour. There's 63 and it's smooth right back out. But everywhere you go in Union County or East Tennessee, it's like 60 mile an hour, so constantly vibrating. I don't know what the hell it is. I haven't figured it out. If anybody's got this issue, please comment, because I've done everything. Wheels, tires, driveline, new transmission, pinion angle, everything. So, thanks. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you guys can maybe reach out to Tristan if you have an Allison problem, and pretty sure he can get you suited up. So, thanks guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Oh, we're almost to 1,000 subs. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Please share, and help us out a lot. Have a good night, y'all.